I'm Lexi. I'm in the US. And today we have an absolute ton of new snacks to try. I know this doesn't look like a ton, but we're going to do this in like 2 segments because today's video, there was a lot of things I had to actually prepare. So I figured we'd start with that and then kind of transition over to all the other stuff. But let's start. No, I think I left my spoon in here. Yes, spoon, fork, because that is the perfect place to keep your kitchen utensils inside your oatmeal box, right? But let's start with the oatmeal. This is Quaker maple bacon flavored instant oatmeal. How can you go wrong with bacon, right? Now I'll tell you, this stuff smells amazing. It doesn't look like much. And yeah, it's been sitting here for a minute, so it's solidified a little bit. It does smell very strongly of maple, but I'm not really picking up a bacon smell. I'm hoping I will when I taste it. There's maybe a faint smokiness. Okay. I sort of get the bacon. It's really, really, really subtle, but it's there. And even the maple, for as strong as it smells, it's not a very strong tasting maple. I would have expected a lot stronger. I would still want to pour like maple syrup over that. I love the idea. I love the idea. But I want stronger flavors. So let's call that a 6. I think if I get it again, I will probably doctor it up a fair bit, but then I usually add like 15 different things to my oatmeal anyway, so that's not out of character. But it's interesting, but it could have had a stronger flavor. Okay. This is, let's do, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese has come up with some new flavors, and let's try the jalapeno first. I made these exactly according to the directions on the box. I want a fork for this. Boiling the noodles, adding the milk and the butter, stirring in the cheese sauce. There's some heat to that. I would not be giving this to a 4-year-old. But us adult children that want our macaroni and cheese, this is a nice option. There's some definite heat to that. One thing I'll say about that one is, for some reason, the cheese powder was really clumpy and hard to get to integrate properly. I don't know if that was just the one I had, or if that's a product of the flavor. Hot macaroni and cheese is not my go-to. So, well, the flavor is nice and dynamic, and if you're into hot and spicy and jalapenos, you're probably going to rate this higher than me. I think I'm just going to go with a 6. I like it better than the regular stuff. Like I said, it's kind of an elevated adult version. But it wouldn't be my first choice for mac and cheese. But then we've got their new ranch flavor. And this one kind of excites me. Again, it's just kind of not quite normal, but it's not doing the hot and spicy thing either. So I'm thinking I'm going to like that one a bit more. You can see some little green herby bits in this. And that's encouraging for the realisticness of the ranch flavor. It's not an overpowering ranch. You still taste the cheese. This again is better, I think, than the original. I like that one a lot. I think I will give the ranch mac and cheese an 8. And now we need need to switch to a spoon. Which one is which? Pretty sure this one is the Snickers pudding. Now, I'm not sure how new these are. I've been looking for them for a while, and I just finally found them. I actually didn't know the Snickers existed. I was looking for the Milky Way. But, so for our international viewers, pudding in the U.S. doesn't just mean dessert. It's one specific thing. And it's like, it's sort of moussey, but it's not as aerated. It's kind of like a custard, but comes in all different flavors. You make this one by adding cold milk to the powder and then sticking it in the fridge for a bit. Let's see if this tastes anything like Snickers bars. It is good, because realistically, how bad can any kind of chocolate pudding be? But I'm not getting Snickers bar out of it. I'm not tasting the caramel or the peanuts. There's kind of a depth there that's not just chocolate, but I wouldn't call it Snickers. That being said, I'm keep eating it. Let's go with a 7. Just because it doesn't taste like Snickers. And then the Milky Way. This one's a little bit darker. Milky Way is historically one of my favorite candy bars, and that's the American Milky Way. The American Milky Way has caramel in it, like a Mars bar, not like the European version. Again, it's good, but it doesn't taste like a Milky Way. I'm not getting caramel. I'm not getting that signature Milky Way nougat flavor. I think this one's just going to get a 7 as well. And again, because it doesn't taste like Milky Way. It's still a good chocolate pudding. It's an interesting chocolate pudding. It's not normal chocolate pudding. But it doesn't taste like a Milky Way. Now, if you give me a minute, and through the magic of YouTube, I'm going to reset this with the other half of our snacks for the day. Welcome back. Let's start with the savory, shall we? We've got more savory today than sweet, at least in this section. I want to start with this one. Red light, green light, Jack Link's beef jerky, which is a sweet and spicy, something I can't pronounce, Korean barbecue seasoning. Now, I don't know if this is a new flavor, a limited Squid Game flavor, or just limited edition packaging. Because they also had teriyaki flavor, which I know they always have, with Squid Game packaging. Smells good. I don't want a piece that big. This is good. It's got a nice texture, softer than a lot of jerky. There's some heat to it. Not too much, but a little more than the jalapeno mac and cheese. I find myself wanting some water. The magic of YouTube. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to burn up if I don't have some. That's good. I could see myself craving that again. So I think I will go with an 8. I don't know a lot about Korean food and Korean flavors, but the few things I've had, I've really liked. Let's do these, because if I do anything behind it, they're going to fall over. Tostado's Hint of Queso chips. So you don't have to have the queso dip now? I'll be the judge of that. They don't smell overly cheesy, but kinda. They're maybe a hint oranger than regular ones. Okay. It is definitely a hint of queso, and not like Doritos, which are nacho cheese. But they kind of have that vibe, which makes sense because it's a corn chip dusted in cheese. I do like these though. I bet they'd be good dipped in salsa. I think I'm going to give those a 6. I don't know if I'd eat them on their own, but with salsa or as part of like a nacho plate, maybe, I could see myself doing that. I've been looking forward to these. King's Hawaiian pretzel bites. I love soft pretzels. I so rarely get them. Everyone knows King's Hawaiian rolls are delicious. These pretzel bites already have the salt on them. I bought pretzel bites a few times that didn't have the salt already on them. They expected you to add it. And it never sticks on right when you do it that way. There's some salt in the bottom of the container. Most of it seems to have stayed on the pretzels. But it is a little bit light for me, but I like a lot of salt. They're definitely different than standard pretzels. They're a little bit sweeter, a little bit less buttery. Texture's the same. Texture's good. My brain's trying to figure out if I like them, but the part of my brain that just knows me knows that in like 2 days, when I get over how I think these are a little odd, I'm going to down the bucket and then want to go buy more. They are different than standard pretzels. But that's not a bad thing. It's just something that's going to take my taste buds a minute to get used to. So I think I will give those... We're going to go with a 6 for now, but there's a good shot that, like, next week I will think they're more like a 7 or an 8. What good is having water if I don't drink it? Gotta stay hydrated, right? Okay. Last savory. Okay, these are not new. These are like returning. It's the Hot Ones barbacoa flavor. Now, many videos back, like over a year, I tried the salsa verde ones the first time these were released. That was the only one I could find at the time. And they were hot. I'm betting these are going to be hot too. There is a third flavor, but I still have not managed to find that one. If I do, I will try it. Assuming I can get it open. There we go. Okay. Not too much flavor powder on these. They don't smell real strong either. They're not as hot as I remember the salsa verde ones being, which is kind of nice because the whole hot ones thing is you get like the range. So this might be like the more mild. It's not labeled that way. It would have been nice maybe if they labeled them 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure I would call this barbacoa. It tastes more just like chipotle to me. Right then. okay. They're a fun experience, especially if you watch Hot Ones. But I don't think I would tend to buy them again. I think I'd lean towards other chips. So I'm just going to give those a 5. Definitely on the top end of not likely to buy again, but that's where we are. And I'm not like grabbing for the water, so you can tell that they're not super spicy. Just kind of, there definitely is a spice, but I'm not on fire. Okay, sweet stuff. Okay, a couple of videos ago, I don't think it was the last one, I had the chocolate peanut butter and the chocolate coconut version of these. And I had said that I knew the Adventureful ones existed, but I hadn't been able to find them yet. So we're going to try these ones today. I'm glad I found them, because Adventurefuls are one of my favorite Girl Scout cookies. They still don't taste like Adventurefuls. These taste more like the chocolate peanut butter patties than the chocolate peanut butter patty PB Bites tasted. And they're definitely better than the Caramel Delight ones or the Samoa ones were. They're not crazy dynamically different than any other chocolate peanut butter snack on the market. So, 6.5. They're the best of the 3, but they're not amazing. Donuts. Let's do the donuts. These are glazed maple Hostess donuts. New limited edition flavor, because that's what we do here. They don't smell super mapley. Maybe that's just me. I like the glaze. They taste more mapley than they smell. They are a little moister than your standard Hostess donuts. I like them. Don't like them as much as the standard chocolate ones. But I do like them more than like the powdered sugar or some of the other ones I've had. I think I'll give those a 6. Last thing. Now this is edging into Christmas snack territory. We have a Reese cup that has sugar cookie bits inside. Looking forward to this. I always try to save something good for last. I don't always succeed, but I try. The last big cups we had were really good. The lava ones. I tried those in a short. I didn't get a sugar cookie bit. It's more about the texture than the flavor. The sugar cookie bits are crunchy, not like the soft or chewy sugar cookies you might be used to. And sugar cookie isn't a real intense flavor, so it doesn't really shine through the peanut butter. It's just a Reese cup with some texture. The lava ones were definitely better. You need to try those if you can find them. Really good. But that's all I've got for today. If you could give the video a like and then hit subscribe if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!